Hello everyone, this is Pat with Angel Divination with our weekend oracle card pardon me, reading and message for the 10th and 11th of March 2012. As I have been doing on the weekends, I'm going to be calling on the magical messages from the fairies because Saturday's always been a fairy day tradition. And I'm also going to be calling on the Earth Magic Oracle card deck by Stephen Farmer for to tune into the earth energies and what their messages are for us. So we'll take a moment right now, and as you're sitting watching this and as I'm doing it, we'll just take a moment to take a deep breath and ground ourselves. And imagine maybe some roots going down from your feet into the earth to tune into those energies and taking a nice deep breath and seeing what comes up for us today in these cards. So we'll start off with the Earth Magic. Okay, interesting. All right. All right, so there's a few cards that have come out at us today. I kind of wait till the cards flip out, and sometimes there's more than one that flips out. So the first two that have come out are, the first one is rain, the element of rain, and the message of purification. And the other one is the card forest, the element of the forest, and the message of breath. And a final one that popped out for the YouTube community is a card with the element of DNA, and karma is the message on this. So this is really interesting to tune into this. The purification message today, at least the rain and the forest messages about purification and breath, is calling our attention to some elements of purification that we need to do today. The rain, or the element of water, is essential in purifying ourselves in a variety of ways. So I feel like this card's message today may show up in different forms for you. It may be as simple as needing to pay attention to drinking more water. Your body may be in need of that to flush some things out. If you're in a weight loss process, water is crucial. If you've been around a lot of toxins, maybe have had a little bit too much alcohol or coffee or something lately, then drinking more water is going to be important for you today to help your body restore its hydration and its balance so that you don't end up with muscle cramping and things like that from dehydration. But it's also a message about using water itself as a purification. It might be a day for you to do some self-care, maybe sit in a sea salt bath of some kind, or maybe to go play if there's a lake or a pond or an ocean near you where you can get in the water and play around. It's very refreshing and very purifying to our spirit. And it also, I feel, it may have to do sometimes even, the tears that we have as we're grieving a loss. That's an element of purification too. And, it's urging you to allow that form of your body's own natural purification. And your body also has the element of, if you get out and exercise and you sweat, that's your body getting rid of toxins through water. So this card has many applications today, but they all center around the same theme, having to do with water and using it in some way, shape, or form as a way of purifying yourself today. Your body and your mind and your spirit need that. And from an earth perspective, it may be indicative, rain can come in a very gentle way, or it can come in a very violent way through storms that are accompanied with a lot of wind and thunder and lightning. But in either case, it always provides, even to nature, an element of purification. It refreshes everything, it cleanses everything, it nourishes all the plant life, and to walk through an area where it's just rained, it has that very fresh smell to it. And so it may be calling you outside if you are in an area where that's been going on today as a way to refresh and purify yourself. Okay, and right alongside that card is this forest card. Um, that element of the earth realm known as the forest, and it's associated with breath. And this is related to the fact that in the forest there's such an incredible amount of trees, and trees always give off oxygen. It's a very oxygen-rich environment. And sometimes you get the right forest and it's wonderfully quiet. But it's calling your attention to focus on your breath today as an additional means of purification, I think. Um, the breath can be used to breathe out our fears. If you're feeling anxiety, remember to take deep breaths and breathe it out. And that's a very helpful way of working through it. Oftentimes when we encounter situations where we're stressed, or we feel emotionally compromised, or maybe to the point of tears, the first thing that shortens up and gets is our breath. We find ourselves taking short gasps and not breathing fully and deeply. And this card is calling your attention to breathing more fully and deeply. There are other ways of doing that. I mean, some people do that through a yoga practice, so maybe that's something that you're being called to do today. Or through the act, once again, of exercise, getting yourself out there to breathe, as a way of using the breath to purify your body, or simply through the process of meditation. Meditation focuses on the breath. But in some way, the earth element is calling you to both of these today. And, I hope, as I look at the forest card, I'm being given an image that there may be some forest fires in some areas that are causing smoke, which may actually be causing breathing problems for some people. So be mindful of that, and maybe have some air filtration around you, or wear a mask if that becomes necessary. I'll be honest, I'll probably have to look at the cheat sheet for this karma one today. And it says, it has the snakes twined around in the shape of the double helix of DNA. And I'm going to look into the card description a little bit to see what this has to say to us. I've never gotten that card before, and I don't get an immediate hit on it, quite honestly. So sometimes we just need to look at what the card says in the card description. This has to do with biological patterns that you've inherited, or soul patterns that you came in with. It may be that you're at the end of a karmic cycle and you're releasing some karma, and that's part of why we have the purification rituals going on today, either through water. It's helping you through. Sometimes at the end of a karmic cycle, it can be, sometimes it can be very emotionally charged at the end of a karmic cycle. You're letting go of a big piece. And although, what's beyond that will probably feel much lighter and better for you. Yesterday we got the Butterfly Maiden with transformation. And sometimes, that transformation comes with the end and the releasing of a huge amount of karma. So I know I had some really good news myself just yesterday with regard to my own family's genetic DNA patterns. There's a gene, and within my family, a cancer gene for colon cancer and some other cancers. And I finally went in to be genetically tested to see if I have that genetic mutation that my family has, and I found out I do not. So it was a very wonderful and freeing and exciting moment for me. It means that I'm not at increased risk for certain types of cancers. So for me, it was wonderful news. And maybe for you, this card has a different meaning. It may be calling your attention. Some of you out there may be coming into the awareness that you have some genetically linked, disease in your family, or some kind of family pattern going there, and it's going to take your, maybe some research on your part, or some additional steps to look after yourself. So that's what I get from the Earth Magic cards today. And I feel like with the forest and the rain, that part of the acts of nature that we've been seeing and experiencing going on you know, are part of the earth cleansing itself and rebalancing itself. Not, I know not everybody subscribes to that point of view, but rain always brings purification. Breath, to some degree, can be wind in the environment. So let's see what the fairies have. With okay, connect with nature. It's very much in alignment with our messages from the Earth Magic Oracle card deck today. Get out into the water. Get out into the forest, whatever it is that's around you. Breathe, and really, really, it says you're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. So these are messages of rejuvenation and purification for you today. They're messages of renewal. So really, you know, take heart and not just take heart, but maybe take some action that way today. All right, I hope you have a lovely weekend, and I look forward to speaking with you again on Monday. Take care, everyone. Thanks so much for all of your comments, by the way, yesterday. I really appreciate your feedback. Take care.